Hi everybody and welcome back in my living room. We are planning the dashboard, we are planning the avionics, and we are making the cable tree, all this and more on my TSI. Yeah, I want to make my dashboard by myself and I want to make it out of carbon fiber. So I have to make some experiments how to do that and what is the best way to do it. So we used epoxy layers at the ground, so 2 millimeters or something like that, and then overlaid it with carbon fiber and glass fiber, and we used some special foam, you can see it here, with holes in it so that the epoxy can go through. And we tried out different number of layers, so 1 layer carbon fiber and 2 layers of glass fiber and 1 layer of foam or without any foam, or so we tried to get the best possibility out of it. And I also covered some plates with carbon fiber just to make them look good. The one in the front is where the throttle will be, and the other 2 will be the joysticks. So you can see I still have to sand it down, but it's okay. The final result of my tests is that if I don't use any foam in it, it's okay, but it's still very flexible, as you can see here. With 1 layer of foam in the middle, it really gets very stiff, and I think this is okay for the dashboard. I also engraved some text in the epoxy layer above, and as you can see on the left side here, I only engraved and colored the engrave, and on the right side I filled it up with white epoxy. So I think the one on the right side is quite okay, and I will make my text on my dashboard like this. Yeah, the whole planning of the dashboard is on Fusion 360. You can see the process here. You can download all the 3D files for the Garmins from the Garmin website. So this is really cool, and you can arrange them in Fusion as you want it, and so you can plan all the stuff together. You can see how it fits together and how it looks in the final result. And of course I'm not ready with it. They're missing all the switches, all the fonts, all the writing on it. But when this is finished, I will give it to my CNC router. I have a homemade and handmade CNC machine. So, and you can load your file here, and this one will drill out all the stuff you need. And it's big enough for the whole dashboard, and it's also fine and exact enough for the labeling, so I can do all the labeling on my dashboard. You can see this part of wood is my first test for the dashboard, and I made on my table a little dashboard and laid out all the lines you can see here where my cables may be, and the cableways, and I measured the exact length of the plane and rebuild it here, so I can lay down all the cables on my table and make the whole cable tree for the Garmin installation here in my living room. For example, here will sit the autopilot, and I can route the cable to the middle console, up here to the dashboard, and can make the exact length how I need it, and I can make all the pins and everything here in my living room. Yeah, this is the whole assembling on my table. So these are the cables. There are some cables which came from Sling Aircraft. This is the cable for the antennas. There are some shielded cables up to 5 cables in one shielded big cable, and also the CAN bus cables, black and white, black and red cables for the power supply, and some other cables. I also bought a labeling tool with a possibility to label a shrink tube. So you can see, you can label this tube around the cable and then shrink it down. These are all the Garmin connectors kits I already have. Those. So to install the Garmin, you need the connector kits like these here. All the kits include the same parts. There are the housing of the connector itself, and those little pins. Here you can see my planning. I'm planning all the Garmin in Excel. The main part in the middle is the dashboard itself. It contains the big 2 screens, and in the middle the autopilot, the COM antenna, and the G5 setup. The back ones here, the 2 servos and the magnetometer, the GMU11 for the magnetic sensor in the back of the plane, and in the front of the plane there are the GAT27 for light controlling and flap controls. The GAT24 is for the engine control, so this is measuring all the engine stuff. The GTX45 is the transponder. This is the audio panel, and this is the flight attitude controller. So all you see here, the stuff I need, and down here there are all the connectors for those parts, and the layout of the cable is done here. So you see here, for example, the main flight display. Here are the connectors, and I have downloaded from the Garmin website all the name of the pins. So these are the name of the pins you want to connect, and all the green ones I will use. So you see, for all the different parts in my plane, I have all those connectors, and as you can see, this is a really long list. I think it's over 700 connectors all together. So down here there are also, these are the servos and the flap servo. I also have planned for the joysticks. There are a lot of connectors in the joysticks. These are the connectors to the headset and the microphone for passengers, pilot and co-pilot, and also all the switches I will need in the plane. In this list you can find all the information you need. You need the thing, where is the cable coming from? Is the cable a shielded cable or not? Which cable is it? Is it a 3-core or 2-core, or which color is it? Is there maybe a connection in between? And where does the cable go to? So all the cables have, of course, 2 connections, and you will find every cable here twice in this list. For example, if I use this one here, the GAT24 cable is here in this list 3 times. This is here, goes to the GAT24 pin 4, it goes pin 5, and I think the pin 6 must be here somewhere. This is the name where it should go, and you will find it down in the list again. When you look at the GAT24, you see here that 4, 5 and 6 go to the premier flight display, to GTU 460, and it's open on this side, and it is grounded, the shield grounded on the other side, and it's this 3-core wire. So as you can see, there's a lot of work being done, but not actually on the plane. So this is a little bit annoying. I feel a little bit stuck in the process because I cannot work actually on the plane. It's a lot of planning and it's a lot of thinking and a lot of searching for how to do it and how to make it, and a lot of searching for parts, a lot of searching for informations. As you also can see, it's not really finished now, but I hope I can finish up really quick and then go back to the work on the plane again. Thank you for joining in and thank you for watching. Hope to see you again on MyTsi.